I came, it took me 24 hours by plane to come and see you guys here. And I'm very happy for that. I am a big supporter of the Asian community because in my business, they were the first people to trust our products. So today I want to talk about why we're here. We're here because you want another Cinco de Mayo, right? You want to have your own Asian day, like we have Martin Luther King and we have the Mexicans. So it's fair enough. Because of that, I made a comparison with my business and your oldest business, the Silk Road. Today we are going to talk about a story that affects all of us and will affect our children and their children and many, many generations to come. During the Han Dynasty, history traces back thousands of years of something what is now known as the Silk Road. It was a very courageous step. It was bravery to make this exchange, transparency, security and shared prosperity by going out in the world. What happened because of the Silk Road is nothing less than a miracle, despite the differences in colors, race, language, origin, despite all the differences, wars, disputes. It was a beautiful exchange of culture, goods, and customs. And it started to sweep the Asian continent and spread further. It encountered all the religions from Buddhism, Judaism, Christianity and Islam. It traveled forth and back, sweeping millions and then hundreds of millions and then billions along the way, taking humanity to another whole level of maturity. Languages as well as technology have been developed, enhanced, exchanged and admired and imposed. Arts have been exchanged and transcended to all kinds of differences and created immortal human impressions. Let's fast forward this story a few thousand years and one of you guys, as far as we know, his name is Satoshi and he created the Bitcoin. That was the first application of something very beautiful, revolutionary and impactful as the Silk Road, and it's named blockchain. We in MessengerBank today, we are the fastest blockchain in the world. We can do 1 million transactions per second. If you take Ripple, you all heard about Ripple? They are like pretending to be the banking system of the world. They can do 50,000 transactions per second. So if this was the Olympics, and I'm not that skinny, if this was the Olympics and we have to run 100 meters, gold medal, when I'm done with my 100 meters, Ripple have done 5 meters. That's the difference in speed. So we don't really have a lot of competition. We have a great product. And we don't believe that our coin is the only thing on the planet, no. So we build an exchange where we invite all the coins to come and work with us. We'll be the Walmart of cryptocurrencies. Because our network is so fast and can do so many transactions, we can actually give a coin to every person in the United States in 6 minutes. We can administrate 200 million people, their bank accounts and expenses and everything they do with a little application, and it takes us 25 people. Try to imagine how many Wells Fargo's, Bank of America's, Chase, try to imagine how many thousands of people are working all over the United States in banking and charging you. We can just tell them, go home and sleep. We do it for free, or nearly for free, and it doesn't take any people to do it. So the next few years is going to be very interesting. The reason why we want to work with many other cryptocurrencies is because that if we are alone, I don't believe in growth. I believe that we grow when we are a big team and we have one focus. If we do it that way, we can keep prices down and we are truly decentralized. Our company have bank licenses and cryptocurrency licenses in Estonia, in Switzerland, in Bosnia, several places in the world, so that we are very safe. Our system is very good, and there cannot be a coordinated action against our company. Because let's face it, in a little while, the JP Morgans and the big banks is going to look at this Ken Christensen and MessengerBank and say, what went on? What happened? How can this guy send from China to United States $50 million for 40 bucks? And 2 hours later, the money's on my account. And the Federal Reserve or nobody asked a question. That's scary, right? So because it's scary, we are working on the hardest KYC procedures in the world. We do biometric scans, we take their passport, their fingerprints, and if somebody sign up on the system and his name is Philip Morris, and he show his passport and the fingerprints and everything, and the name come up Robert Nicholson, because we run him against 30 databases, then this guy might have been put away a couple of years and he wanted to start all over again, right? But we know who he is, so we can then cut him off and send that file to the nearest police station according to his IP address. So it's not like we are protecting criminals, but we are also not putting our nose into people's business. So if you pass KYC with us, you can do anything you want. Who cares? It's decentralized, it's person to person. If you want a mortgage, you don't ask me for a mortgage, you send out a smart contract. This is anybody who has some cash, and you do the deal person to person on a smart contract. Nobody has to control it. What I want to talk with you guys about is Bitcoins and Ethereum. You hear a lot, people have laundered money and it's being hacked and many bad things. And it's a new industry, and for sure there have been a few rotten clients in the system. I can agree to that. But the long story is that long-term blockchain is going to be the thing that will take care of our voting systems, because we can vote and no politicians can screw with the results. It's going to take care of many things. And blockchain is a very good system. You don't have to trust anybody, because it's only three things. It's a public address, private address, and a ledger. What is a ledger? Well, it can be one of my MessengerBank tokens. It can be marriage certificates. It can be a mortgage. It can be anything you want, because it's based on a smart contract. When that ledger is put down to the blockchain, it goes out into the entire system. So if there's like 300 million people in the system, or 300 million computers, at least 200 million computers will give consensus, so that it will be stored on their nodes, and then everybody knows that this transaction is legal, and then you can do the next transaction. So if it was no consensus, then the deal never happened. This is what we do. And we want to do remittance. We want to challenge people like Western Union and MoneyGram, because a lot of immigrants, especially from Asia and from Mexico, South America, they pay too much money of their salary to send money home. I mean, that's not fair. Not today when we have this modern technology. So we will start do remittance in Mexico, and we will start charging 40 cents for 100 bucks. I don't know how many people and they will get the money in 2 hours. This will all happen this summer. In about a month's time, we're in Germany where we're having our officially opening World Blockchain Summit, and we'll take it from there. The exchange will be open for 100 or more cryptocurrencies somewhere between September and October, depending on the security issues. We don't want to make the mistake of Ethereum. If you read about Ethereum, they are being hacked every second day, every week. Our exchange will be very, very hard to hack because it will be built the right way. Our technology is so much more modern. So when we're ready with the exchange, we will be ready with the remittance before that, and everybody's invited. I'm not here to sell any of my tokens or anything like that. I'm just here to talk about a product and about MessengerBank and follow the news. Go and see what's happening. Say hello to me on Facebook or Instagram, or you're welcome. So that's what I have to say today, and I hope that you will have a great Asian Day party here. And it was nice to come. It was a long flight, but worth it. You're great. You're good people.